a bit.
Yeah.
There you
Here we are.
go. Hello? Can anybody see us?
Hello.
We're here.
We're here.
Can you ask for some water?
Water, yes, please.
Water.
Big ones?
Just 2 glasses, please.
Yeah, but still sparkling.
Still, please.
Still is
Yeah,
nice.
or shall I bring a big one, or shall I bring?
Big one is fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay, yeah, we'll answer that question. Well, the thing was, I've never met this guy before.
Ah,
Until now. Here he is. Ronja Stolt,
yeah.
and I'm Ronja Stolt. And he is Jon Anderson.
Hello, John here.
Are we live?
We're definitely.
We're live.
We're
So
live.
There are people out there. There's somebody down in Battersea wants to speak with us. You tell us what do you want to say? What does he want to say there?
So,
He has a question. So here we are in London. We're right near the. In fact, we're in the place that used to be MI5, and James Bond used to drink in the bar here.
Wow.
Not Sean Connery, the original James Bond here.
Okay. Okay. That's fine.
James Bond.
James
Wow.
Bond.
So James Bond used to. This is MI5. This is M. You know M, who's like the leader. He used to stay where we're staying, in our apartment at the top of a building here. And it's very dangerous around here because there's a lot of Russian spies out there, still looking for James Bond. What's the question?
There's not a question. There's someone saying I look like Steve Morse.
okay, so...
He is Steve Morse.
On your screen.
No,
I'm Steve Morse. Here's Steve Morse.
Hey, Steve.
This is Jon Anderson.
Jon Anderson. What can we do?
So,
Questions.
one of the
coming.
questions that were put was, is the album going to be a one-off, or will there be more?
No, we're going to do 6 albums together, and this is the beginning of the next 10 years' work. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready. I should ask my wife.
Is it
That's
okay? Is it okay?
It's
yeah,
okay.
she's happy.
She's happy.
Keeps
She's
you in
happy.
the studio,
Yeah.
out of the way.
Yeah.
We have some water coming. So, I actually sent some song ideas to Ronja just about a month ago, and he never replied.
I did. I actually did. I said this is going to be fun.
English joke.
Yeah, I know. I know English jokes.
Next question, please.
Yeah, we were raised on English
My
jokes.
voice is going. That's true.
Yeah.
Monty
we're-
Python.
Monty Python. Yeah, all that, all the sarcasm and all that. We love that in Sweden.
And the next question is, when we made the album, this person's asking, did we make it together? And I say, of course, yes. But Ronja was in Sweden, and I was living in Central California, which I do. And we use this modern technology. It's called the Internet. And the Internet, you can make music in your little room, which I did in my studio. And I actually made some music with a guy from Liverpool. Now, listen carefully. He sent me some music 10 years ago. And then I wrote some ideas on it. And then I sent via the internet. It's called an MP3. Are you listening, children?
Yeah. Get him.
Wait a minute. And so I sent the songs to Ronja, and he miraculously worked on the songs with his style of music, and it came back to me just sounding fantastic, and I was so excited. I sent him 20 more songs.
Yeah,
That
I remember
same-
just just flooding my emails.
Same day.
And, you know.
And that's how we made the album. And so I met Ronja twice, once on this boat, and the next time just now. No, I met him in Los Angeles to do a photograph shoot.
Well,
One
about
second.
10 minutes.
There you
Was
go,
it like
there
a
you
10-minute photo shoot?
We did a photo shoot, and believe me, this lady was very sweet, very nice,
Yeah.
but she kept looking at the camera strangely and clicking and clicking and clicking. And we had about 100 photographs, and there was 2 they were in focus. 'Cause
Yeah. She was nervous.
98, we're out of focus.
Yeah.
So we just used one of them, and that was okay.
It was okay.
I think we have another question, and
Is there going to be any opportunities for you guys to tour together?
we're going to go on tour tomorrow. He's got a bus,
Yeah.
I'm going to drive.
Volkswagen, you know, and we're gonna.
I'm going to drive
John's
the
got the
bus.
guitar. I'll do the percussion.
Yes. So we're going to start off in Battersea,
Battersea,
then
yeah.
Croydon, and then we're going to go up to York, and then we're going to catch a ferry from Grimsby to Norway, and then
Yeah. Bergen.
we can play
Trondheim.
Bergen,
Yeah. I think we can.
Oslo,
Possibly Oslo. Yeah.
and then we're going to go to Sweden,
Yeah.
where he's from.
Yeah, my hometown.
yes.
There's a small pub there. We're gonna
Oh yeah.
put on a big show, you know, with all the
Yes.
stage props and, you know,
I love
big
it.
lights and we'll
That'd
see.
be great.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back here because we're in this hotel in London, and we're going to do a residency here in the hotel. Just me and him, and I'm on guitar, and he's on guitar. But he's a good guitar player, and I'll sing a bit, and he sings a bit, and then we'll tell jokes.
Yeah.
Next question is, who's the better driver?
He's the only driver actually, because I don't have a driver's license. I have a car, but I don't have a driver's license.
That's okay.
And that's not.
I drive on the right side of the road.
But you used to drive on the left
But
side,
it's the
right?
wrong.
You know.
But it's the wrong side
Is it?
here in England.
Oh yeah.
It's the right side in America. It's the right side in Sweden, but the wrong side in England for some reason. Now, how do we get that? Or I remember when I was a kid at school, it was always look right, look left, and look right again. So cars are on the left-hand side of the road here in England. So when you're driving,
Don't be in the car. If I'm driving for
I'll-
whatever reason, please don't be in the
I'll
car.
drive. Next question.
Yeah.
What's the next question?
We're waiting for. We have this guy here who's actually monitoring. You know, monitoring people.
He's one of the MI5 guys, actually.
MI5.
Yeah.
He's James Bond's knees.
You're both here attending the Prog Awards tonight. Are you excited about coming to the Prog Awards?
Not really. We're going to the Prog Awards tonight.
Yeah.
The Prog Awards in London, and we're going to be excited.
Yeah.
He's going to be more excited than me. But we're very excited because our album, we have this album out called Invention of Knowledge. And not many people know it, but a lot of people who've got it love it. Seriously love it. So if you haven't got it, get it.
Yeah, get it.
It will change your life
Uh-huh.
for the better.
Yeah.
And then we're going to the Prog Awards tonight, and Rick Wakeman's going to be there, and Ronja Stolt is going to be there, and I'm going to be there, and we're going to have something to eat. And it's actually it's a beautiful place. It's a sort of restaurant, bar, and stage actually that's there, and it's called Under the something. What's it called?
Is it the Shakespeare Theatre?
Under the Globe.
Under the Globe.
Now,
That's
you know, William Shakespeare. Have you seen that movie? It's a great movie about William Shakespeare, because he didn't write the sonnets and the plays. They were written by this guy who was like a prince, and in those days they wouldn't let a prince or a duke or something like that. And it's a great movie. Do you remember what it's called? Oh, come on.
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Google it.
No, you must have seen it. It's like it's a great movie all about the real Shakespeare, and he was a lord. In fact, he was a lord, and in those days, anybody who was a lord or close to the court of the king or queen could never be seen to write a play.
Ah, that was okay.
So the Globe was the theatre that they've recreated in London, here in just down the road, and we're actually underneath it tonight.
Yeah, tonight. Yes. Drinking, yeah.
And having fun with a lot of very, very interesting people, most of who are prog rock kind of people. We're prog rock people. You know what prog rock means, people? It means progressive musical ideas. And it's on a resurgence, I believe.
It is. It is.
It was very big it was actually so big in 1972, I was 6'3". It's true.
Really?
Well, just like you.
Oh, really?
Can you move in a bit? Can you move
I can.
in?
I
There you
can.
are. Oh, there you
Sure.
are.
Yeah.
We're both on that. Anybody got a good question, and we will answer any question except we can't lend you any money.
No. No questions about guitar strings, please.
Have either of you been to the Globe Theatre before?
Yes, I went to the Globe Theatre in 1663. Yes, I was one of the playwrights that used to they worked there, and
okay.
they used to dress me up as a woman.
That's a woman. Okay.
Well, they wouldn't let women be men.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's
No, women.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let women on the stage
Okay.
in 1663. So they would dress up men as women. Happens a lot now.
It is nowadays. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
good. No, it's good.
We've come a long way.
What am I talking about? So we've never been to the Globe Theatre, no.
No.
But we will be underneath it tonight. We'll be
Yeah.
underneath the table tonight.
Underneath the table, possibly. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we've got somebody asking a question who lives in Massachusetts. Is that in America?
What prog rock bands inspire you?
Who?
Are there any
Oh,
bands
us.
that inspire you?
Us.
Well,
You know I don't know any program.
I'm sure you do. But well, I mean, honestly, I think. Well, I don't listen much to specifically to prog these days, and I think even back in the day when jazz were big and all that, I didn't know about the term progressive rock. It was just like, you had King Crimson, you had Vanilla Fudge, you had all these bands, and it was just great music, So prog rock was something that I heard about much later,
Well spoken.
Yeah, I think so. So I mean, today I listen to good music, anything, and go to concert that inspire me and any genre.
I remember seeing King Crimson the first time they played. And they actually played in a place called the Speakeasy. It was a club in London. And I went with Chris, God bless him. And I'm standing there, and King Crimson played their whole album all the way through. And it was like, wait a minute, this is amazing. And they played it so well, and it was their first show ever. And I just loved them from then on. And Bob Fripp came over and said hello. He said, yes.
Yeah.
He said, I've seen you play, and yes, you should learn to play the tambourine better.
He
did.
Really?
He did.
Really?
Thanks, Bob.
That
So I
was kind of
practice
rough,
every day with
wasn't
the
it?
tambourine.
Yeah.
And then he said, would you like to sing on our next album? So I sang on the next album.
Yeah. But you didn't get to play the tambourine?
Not on his album,
no.
Just sing.
Okay.
I started singing it a bit different. He said, don't sing it any different, just sing the way I've written it. And I said,
Okay.
okay, sir, Bob. Yes, Bob.
Yes, Bob.
Great band, though. The
Yeah,
Vishnu
yeah.
Orchestra. I saw their first gig.
Really?
I saw their first gig. We were on tour. I was in a band called Yes, folks. And we were on tour in America. And we weren't the headliners. The headliners were the Kinks.
Really?
Yeah.
The Kinks?
Yeah. And we did a show with the Kinks in New York. And Ray Davies came over to me and said, hey, John, you've got 50 minutes on stage. Remember that, 50 minutes. Because we opened up for them, right? So we went on stage and we were playing away, and it started to go down very well. And I knew 50 minutes was coming close, and I looked at Chris and said, let's do another song. And he said, no, Ray Davies said only 50 minutes. I said, I don't give a damn. Yeah. So we started doing what's it called? Yours is No Disgrace.
Yeah.
And we started playing it, got really into it, and all of a sudden, the lights went out. And the sound went out.
Yeah.
And Ray Davies was standing there at the side of the stage, holding the plug. And he said, I told you 50 bloody minutes.
Really?
It's true.
Yeah.
Anyway, a day later, we went to play up in New York State. And the opening band was this band, Vishnu Orchestra. It was their first show.
Really? Yeah. Amazing.
Can you imagine? I'm just talking to
Yeah. It was.
anybody listening.
A magic time before all of you were born.
They've all gone to sleep.
Yeah.
Now wake up, people.
What was the last album that you you listen to? Any album? What was it?
Any album. Let me see. I think it was something I have on my iPhone. It must have been. It could actually be the Elias album. Because
Oh, what a nice guy.
No, seriously, I have it. I can show you.
Really?
Yeah, I think I have it here.
Calm down.
I have it. I have it. I have it.
Okay.
I'll show
No,
you.
no, no.
I'm not-
I believe you.
Oh, well, that's David Bowie.
David Bowie.
I may have
He
listened
was
to that.
listening to David Bowie.
Black Star.
That's good. That's good
We
stuff.
have Jon Anderson.
Thank you
Ocean
very
Song.
much. Wow. 10 cents.
Yeah.
And what was
Well-
the last album you listened to, John?
Last album that I listened to was Sibelius' Seventh Symphony, which I listen to every day when I'm driving to the local stores and things. I put on the Seventh Symphony because it's just magnificent. I know we're very boring, but that's life.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, when you work with music all the time, it's like I don't listen to music that much, really. I mean, I listen to music to relax, and then usually it's something that is kind of relaxing. So not much
3D!
rock music, really. Every now and then, you know, I think I have U2 here, too.
Oh yeah, their last album that was for free on Apple. It's
Yeah.
so good.
It's
I thought
good.
It's a
It's
great
good.
album.
Some people were upset because they got it for free, and I'm thinking, what? When do you get upset? Someone gives you something for free and you get upset?
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, crazy. They have this other band, Muse, another British.
good.
Yeah,
Very
I saw them live. It was
Yeah.
amazing show.
If this is, you can both answer this, but
Random.
if you could work with anybody apart from each other, obviously, who would you want to work with on music?
Questions coming through. Who would we work with if we could work with anybody?
Paul McCartney,
Paul
right?
McCartney.
Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney. Paul.
Paul.
Give us a call. Yeah. Actually,
they're all gone. Almost
No,
most
they're
of them.
not.
Are gone. Ah, well, not Paul. No. I'm thinking. I mean, great people. I mean, like
Keep to the
Prince, they're leaving. You know, David Bowie.
Oh man, I keep thinking of Spike Milligan.
Okay.
I told you I was ill. No, yeah,
Someone just said, what about Paul Ringo?
Paul and Ringo.
What about Paul Ringo?
Paul Ringo.
Don't you want to work with
Ringo? I don't know
Ringo?
Paul Ringo, but I'm sure he's great.
Yeah, Ringo's great. I
Yeah.
love, you know, you love to work with all those great people. But for them guys, you know, the Beatles, we wouldn't be here. Honestly, this life is bizarre
true.
and beautiful
True
at the
story.
same time. So we have another person calling from Sydney, Australia. Hey, yeah, I can't read it very well. What's he saying?
John, do you still get to watch Accrington Stanley football team?
No, it's so bizarre. Accrington Stanley played Burnley last week in the League Cup, and I was at home in California, and they put on somebody else playing. I think it was Bolton playing Barnsley. I hated it. And then I found out we won 1-0, so we beat Burnley. Suckers. And we're gonna play West Ham next time. So suckers. Because Burnley, I won't get into it. Because it's only 5 miles away from Accrington, and 5 miles the other way is Blackburn. So it's like Blackburn on one side and Burnley on the other side, and Accrington, little Accrington, teeny. It's a little Accrington Stanley. One day we will rule the world.
Would either of you ever make a reggae album?
I've done it,
Oh, of course.
and I'm speaking too much. I'm saying,
No, I'm listening. I'm
Would you
learning.
ever
I'm learning.
make
No,
a reggae
please.
album?
A reggae album. I don't know. Reggae. I don't think I'm a great reggae player or writer. But you know, and I wasn't really into. I mean, of course.
We'll do
But I
some.
have Bob Marley here.
We'll
I
do
think,
some,
on my
yeah.
shirt.
Yeah,
He's somewhere
he's
here.
there.
Yeah, he's here.
We'll do some.
Yeah.
I love reggae. You know reggae. You know where reggae comes from, people? Ethiopia. If you go to Ethiopian old school recordings, it's all reggae, it's all calypso, all the music that we love, the Caribbean music, all comes from Ethiopia. Well, that's my take on it anyway. But I met this guy up in Canada. I was doing a show, my solo show, with all these wonderful hippie people. And he was the guy who organized it. He lives in South London. And he sends me a reggae song every month. So we have 5 reggae songs at the moment.
So there's going to be a reggae album.
A reggae
soon.
album coming
Soon.
up to your neck of the woods. Whoever asked for that, was it that guy in Sydney?
Oh, I'm not sure where he was from. I can't see.
They were live. Can you imagine? People are actually singing us live. We could do anything.
We can do anything.
We could make up a song.
Yeah.
Tell a joke.
We could.
Who are your favourite classical composers?
Sibelius.
Sibelius, of course.
Sibelius and Stravinsky.
For me, well, I have some Swedish composers, like very unique. This one called Pettersson Berger. Does that ring a bell? No. We have Stenhammar, Hugo Alfvén.
ABBA.
ABBA, yeah, well, it's not really classical, but you know.
Is.
And then of course,
To a lot of people it is.
yeah, of course Stravinsky because of the orchestrations and all that. Because I think Stravinsky, you have not only the music but the way they orchestrated, you know, the fantastic
Incredible.
percussion work and all that, you know.
Incredible.
And I like a bit of romantic, like Strauss stuff, you know,
Yeah.
Richard Strauss.
Elgar.
Elgar, yeah,
The,
very
cello,
British.
the cello
yeah.
concerto by Elgar. Mwah. Jacqueline Dupre. And you all know about this.
Yeah.
Jacqueline Dupre, the greatest. She was bigger than the Beatles.
How does your spirituality influence your music, either lyrically or music or kind of compositionally?
Everything is spiritual. We're all spiritual people. I can't even say it. We're all spiritual beings, and so I just like to sing about it. That's all there is to it. I love it because it's who we are, who we truly are. We are truths made in heaven. We are glorious. In that sort of manner.
Yeah.
Calm down, everybody. It's not religion. It's just love,
Yeah.
peace, man.
Yeah.
I'm still a hippie. You're a hippie. Ish.
I wasn't really, but
Oh.
now people say I'm a hippie.
You look,
So
more,
yeah,
you look
I'm
very
okay. I'm,
hippie-ish.
I'm kind of hippie-ish, you know, with the Steve Morse hairdo and all that.
Cool.
No, but I mean honestly, I think it's like if you make music and you're gonna live with it tomorrow and the next week and the next year and the next year and next decade, you gotta make real music. You know, that's something that comes from within, and I think it's even instrumental music can be very spiritual. You
Yeah.
know? There's lots of great jazz
Yeah.
musicians, you know, people that play great music without lyrics, but it's still
True.
like very spiritual music.
Gosh, yeah. I was listening to Tony Scott. You ever heard
Oh, yeah.
music for meditation and other pleasures? Tony Scott is a flute player. And there's Paul Horn, plays the flute in these incredible places like the Taj Mahal and the King's Pyramid. Paul Horn. This is spiritual music. It's heaven music. You know? Okay, calm down now.
Yeah.
We've had enough of that.
Is there a particular direction that you could see the next Anderson Stolt album going in?
That way.
They're going that way. Well, I heard some of it. Well, I heard some of the ideas,
Yeah.
and to me, it seems like a little bit more up tempo, I suppose, a little bit more high energy.
Yes.
And
Wild and wacky, I think.
wild, yeah,
Make
wild,
it
make it
and
wild,
wacky.
yeah. I can
You
try
know,
and make it
let's
wild.
wake somebody up.
Yeah. But it sounds promising
Yes.
to my ears, and I'm gonna listen and listen. I've listened maybe 10 times now, and I'm gonna
Please.
listen more, and then take it in, and then start building ideas and send to John.
Yeah, and,
We'll see.
and send the ideas to that guy who just asked.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, we've got all your numbers, we've got all your emails, and we're going to start sending stuff to you. Like.
Yeah.
Over the years, do either of you have a particularly favourite venue to play in, or city to play in?
Wow. You played many great venues. I played less great venues, but
I don't know.
But
I can't remember any of
No.
them. That was,
well, we're in London's, of course, the
yes.
Albert Hall. You played
where's the
there
guy
many
from?
times.
Oh, the Albert Hall.
Albert Hall.
Where's the guy from? Croydon.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, we played there. The Fairfield Hall. Croydon. It's a great place.
Yeah, I
actually.
mean, any venue with a great audience, I think, is because it's not about the venue really.
Very
Except
wise.
for the acoustic, it's about the connection between the audience and. So
See?
sometimes a small club can be great. Sometimes a big festival can be great. You know.
Very wise.
Yeah.
So someone from Ukraine is asking, what music did you enjoy when you were at school?
Gosh.
The Beatles.
I was at school in the 50s, so I remember singing a lot of the Everly Brothers and Buddy Holly and Elvis Presley. But my brother was bigger than me. He sang Elvis Presley stuff because he thought he looked like him as well. And we used to sing Everly Brothers a lot in the 50s, going to school. But you were in the 60s at school, 70s?
Yeah, 60s for me it was like I think probably around Revolver, I think, when the Beatles released Revolver, then I really got into music, start buying albums and Sgt. Pepper and all that. I think Revolver was probably the turning point.
Yeah.
And then Procol Harum, White Shade of Pale, and got into that, you know, and King Crimson and Jimi Hendrix and all that, you know.
Wow.
Yeah. So Vanilla Fudge, I think I have all the albums. You
And
know,
a lot of
really.
drugs in those days.
Not for me, actually. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. No, I stayed away from that, you know, focusing on the music.
And all you lovely people in Ukraine, God bless you all.
Do you think it's as much fun working file sharing as it is being in the same studio?
It's just different.
Yes,
Really?
yeah.
It's different.
It's as though I always say, well, we're on the same planet, so at least we're connected musically. And the joy of working with Roine was that I would send him this idea, and then he'd send me the music, and I would sing on his music, and then he would send it back, and we would do it. Within a week, we had something we would never imagine together, and it was very magical to wake up every morning and the internet. We'd switch it on and press the button on, and the internet would come up, and there'd be a little file, MP3 from Roine, and I'd be so excited, press the button, listen to it, and think, yes, life is good.
Exactly.
Is there a future technological innovation that you're most looking forward to?
Too many of them at the moment, so many. I love, like, 3D.
Yeah.
You've got nearly 3D without glasses. That's coming in a couple of years. I've seen it actually without glasses. It's quite amazing. And I love holography. In holography, you have cameras here in this room and cameras in another room, and whoever's in this other room can be here sitting next to us. In fact, he's a holography now. He's a holographic person. But physical at
I'm
the
back
same
in.
time.
I'm back in Sweden.
He's in Sweden at the
Uppsala,
moment,
yeah.
so it's just a hologram. But I love that, and biomimicry. Get into biomimicry. Just Google biomimicry, Google the golden mean, MEAN, and Google Frank Sinatra.
Okay.
He's still alive, actually.
Yeah,
He'll always be alive. The Beatles,
Yeah.
everybody who's died, actually, especially in the last 30 years, they're all on YouTube. They will never die. Music will never die, and they will never die because they're always there on TV. You can see Elvis anytime you want now, just like that. And you couldn't see him in the 50s. He had his record. You never saw him.
The record and
But now you can see him just like
television,
that. Modern technology.
Do you have any advice to aspiring progressive rock musicians?
Practice.
Yeah, practice.
Practice.
And practice.
Practice.
Practice. And try to be original. Don't copy other people, if possible. We all learn. We learn from the Beatles, etc., etc. But, I think I even learned something from you.
Oh, thank you very
in the
much.
day. I did, honestly,
Not too much.
and old Bob Fripp.
Oh, Bob.
So yeah, even his tambourine thing.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't play the tambourine either back in the day. So I think it's just try to be as original as possible and have an open mind and open ears and listen to not only rock music but try to be open.
All kinds of music, because you are unique.
Yeah.
Every one of us is unique, and we're all connected to the oneness of being. I said that now. I said I wasn't going to say that, but
Yeah.
I've said it now.
Yeah. I think you've said it many times.
Yeah, I know.
You keep pushing for the. Yeah, but
Just
it's true. It's
I'm
true.
reminding myself.
Yeah. Like a mantra. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's true. It's
Yeah.
true.
Do either of you still have and play your old vinyl records?
I don't have a player.
I do. I go home for Christmas, and I actually have Stevie Wonder's album "Hotter Than July." It's a great album, and the Beatles. My daughter Deborah, thanking her for that. She sent me, and she brought me because she came for Christmas last Christmas. A big pile of incredible albums, and the White Album.
Ah, yeah.
The second side of the White Album doesn't stop. It goes from song to song to song to song. Very much like our music.
Yeah.
I learned something from somebody there. Yes.
John, what do you do to keep your voice sounding so good?
I get up in the morning and I go in the studio and I put on my internet, press the buttons, and the music comes up and I start singing. I usually do a lot of, I call it vocalization, where I just sing ideas and that sort of gets me going. After about a half an hour or so, I can feel like I've got the voice going, and I think that's a general thing. Keep your voice exercised every day if you can. We're getting questions now from what's this guy's name?
Freddie.
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 Sorry, Freddie.
It's okay.
Freddie.
I just met Freddie.
Yeah.
He's-
one
he's-
of the
he's-
MI5
he's-
guys.
yes.
Yeah.
And he's going through all the questions, and he's picking out some that are interesting and some he's saying.
Do you prefer recording in the studio or playing live?
Accrington Stanley.
Ah,
Can anybody hear what you're saying?
I don't know.
no.
Well,
Well,
we don't know because we're answering questions. Oh, what was that question again?
Do you enjoy
live or
Live
studio?
or
live or
studio?
studio?
Live or studio.
Live or studio?
I
Yes.
personally think that when you've been recording an album and you spend lots of time, sometimes months, because that's what we do. You know, we don't do an album in a week anymore. It's like months. Then I'm dying
Speak
to.
for yourself.
Yeah, well, I'm dying to get out, you know, playing the music live or play any music live. And when you've been on the road for a long time, then you want to do something in the studio. So I think it's sort of to find a balance.
Sure.
You know, both actually.
I'm with him.
Yeah.
I'm with him.
And when you're in the studio, do you prefer working in the morning or late at night?
Both. I have to.
All the time.
Because of this guy,
These-
he expects files in the morning and let's see, Los Angeles, Sweden.
These questions are
Yeah.
getting.
Yeah, that's great.
That's
That's
better.
great. That's light.
the light.
We've seen the light.
just
No,
so,
but-
we're getting
I don't
darker
see
and darker.
anything.
yeah. Yeah, but this is fine.
Well, we're
That's
answering,
fine.
here we are answering questions. Here we are in London. Everybody out there in Zululand. Where are we now? MTV. No, we're not on MTV. We're on Facebook.
Facebook. I think.
Facebook's
Yeah.
really cool, actually. So here we are, having fun in London, and I just want to send my love to my children all over the world. Jane, my beautiful wife, she's upstairs watching this on TV, not viewing. And here we are.
Yeah.
And the next question is from Freddie.
What do you think on the current state of music for new bands starting out at the moment?
It's exactly like it was when I started. It's never easy. All you have to do is practice
Practice.
and then practice again.
Practice
And just
more.
keep going. And if you want to be a musician, you just got to keep at it. It's only when you're probably 30, 35, 40, that's when you realize I'm still a musician.
Exactly.
And you
That's
That's
yeah,
exactly
yeah,
what it is.
Yeah.
You can put it on your passport.
Yeah.
But there's that moment in time when you put it on your passport and you say, I'm a musician, my gosh, that's life. And it's an incredible life to live. It's very, not always easy, but things are not always easy, and that's the way it is. But to be a musician and have a band and get out on the road, hey, it's just like it was when I started. You know, it's tough, but persevere. That's what it's going to be called here. When I sign in a hotel, I always say, my name is Mr. Veer. And they said, really? What's your first name? I said, Percy.
Percy. Percy Veer. That's good.
If you weren't musicians, what do you think you would be?
I don't know. Maybe something with design or something with, I don't know.
Sign.
A policeman, maybe? Or the guy with the sign. No. Yeah, a protester, a professional protester. No, I don't know really. I just started playing, and then I don't know. I couldn't really see. There was no way of in turning back, you know, to something. I don't know.
It's okay.
I stopped studying. I was bored, so I played the guitar, and here I am, 40 years later. Still don't know what I'm doing, but I'm sure I'm going to find out very soon.
No, I wanted to play for England.
Ah, yes, you're into football.
Football.
Yeah.
Yeah. Accrington Stanley. That was my big goal in life.
Yeah.
And then I saw the Beatles. 1963 in April. Went to see the Beatles in Southport. Oh my gosh, that was great. And here we are. MI5. The building is the MI5 building here in London. James Bond, there he is. Just went to get his shaken but not stirred.
Yeah, shaking the stir. Yeah.
Martini, shaken but not stirred. A bit of a Scottish accent like that, you know.
Sean Connery, he was the best, right?
Yes.
He was the best.
What do you like to do in downtime that isn't music?
Watch football. Messi. I'm a Barcelona freak.
There is no downtime. Time. Sorry, there's no downtime. The thing is
For him.
I work all the time, but when I'm not working, we're probably traveling. Me and my wife, you know. That's it. Music.
I've become a Lionel Messi fanatic. He's probably the greatest footballer I've ever seen, except for Stanley Matthews. Now, Stanley Matthews used to play for Blackpool. Not many people know that. Michael Caine.
Really?
He wrote a book called Not Many People Know That.
Ah, okay.
Come on, you people. All these questions are getting very thin on the something. What was it? Thin on the grass.
If you could, if you could put a new band together made up of some of your favourite artists, what would you, who do you think would play in it?
If we would make a band and we would actually put new artists, any artists in the band, who would you have on drums?
Anyone? Who would I have on the drums? I don't know. I'm thinking.
Buddy Rich.
Buddy Rich. I mean, dead or alive or
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Everybody's still alive anyway.
Yeah, they're still alive.
You can see Buddy Rich on the MTV.
Like a hologram of Buddy.
yeah,
Buddy.
yeah.
I don't know. That's a tough question.
Well,
There's so many great musicians out there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Charlie Mingus on bass. Boom, 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 boom. Or Chris Squire, because I love Chris. And Wes Montgomery on guitar.
Yeah.
And Jimi Hendrix, of course. I like Jimi Hendrix.
And Jon Anderson on tambourine. Bob Fripp on tambourine.
What about Frank Sinatra?
Bob, keep it tight, please.
Yeah. Yes. Bob, I've told you
Yeah.
over and over.
Can I hear a little bit of distortion on the tambourine? Can you move away from the microphone, please? No, I don't know. I have no idea. There's so many great musicians. Lots of great African musicians too.
Oh, yeah.
African
Yeah.
bass players and
Gosh, yeah,
drummers.
yeah. You ever seen the water drumming? It's
I'm
incredible.
not sure. Yeah.
You should YouTube water drumming, and it's African women they make incredible rhythms on the water when they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
They do washing and all that thing, but then they get into the rhythm and start singing. It's the Baku Indian, Baku African people, Baku, water drumming. Just okay. Don't watch this now. Just YouTube
Baku.
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 water drumming. And you know the pygmies, when they go out hunting every day, they sing incredible rhythms. And that's what they sing all day, people. Beautiful people out there in this amazing world. A lot better and exciting, more exciting than this silliness. Another question.
What was your first memory of hearing John's music, and then also vice versa? What was your memory of first hearing Royna's
I
music?
think I was probably 12 at the time, maybe 13. No, 13. And there was a girl at school. She had an album, because sometimes the teacher asked in music class, they ask you to bring an album, you know. And she brought this album. I think it was. I think she played maybe Roundabout or long distance runaround.
Doodle-doodle-doo.
Yeah. I remember hearing this bass would sound like a guitar. Yeah. And I think that was probably the first time. And then I had another friend who bought the Yes songs, the
Cool.
triple live.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he said, "Yeah, you can borrow it. You can borrow
And
it."
you never gave him back, did you?
I did.
Very good.
I'm a good boy. You
Well,
know?
that's
I
good.
don't steal from people.
That's okay. That's
I
okay.
don't. So, but I think that was probably like the eye opener, because it had all these great songs
Right,
from
right.
your albums, and then it just went on. And my brother bought Close to the Edge, I think. We
Okay,
were
that's
listening to
That's enough.
all the bird sounds.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
yeah. Rest is history,
Yes.
I think. So yeah.
And the Flower Kings, I heard them in their first album, and remembered it, and I thought, that's a good album. That's a good band. Sounds a little bit like
Yeah, a little
which
bit.
is not
Yeah.
bad, you know. I
No,
thought,
no,
yes,
yeah,
please.
Yeah.
Because musicians, you know, we cross-pollinize like bees. You know, you take pollen from one flower to another flower. And music is like that. A little bit of music from jazz, a little bit of music from rock, a little bit of music from opera, and you put them together, and you come up with the fifth dimension, or, you know, Harry Nilsson.
Harry Nilsson?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
Who's Harry Nilsson?
Harry Nilsson.
Yeah, he did The Point.
Ah,
Me and my arrow. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Great songwriter. He's a big
70s.
70s, yeah, the big friend of John Lennon.
Yes, yeah, that's him.
Harry, no, just music is like that. We're so cross-pollinized, and that's why young musicians listen to as much as you can. Like, I was on the plane coming here to London, I was watching the movie Miles Ahead, which is a great movie about Miles Davis. And it's filmed like his music. It's very sort of disjointed and glorious at times. But Miles Davis was very sort of wild and wacky and here and there and everywhere. And the movie's like that. So it's a very well put together movie. And people like Miles Davis and, you know, young musicians should listen to as much different kind of music as you can. Because it inspires you to just evolve and develop. Not playing the same old chords over and over and over. Listen to Rickie Lee Jones. She plays great chords, man. She's a great songwriter.
Yeah, and Joni Mitchell.
Joni Mitchell.
All those fantastic chords
Ooh la
and
la.
melodies.
And the next one, please.
Should we have
Freddie.
one more question?
One more question, people.
So,
all those people out there, how many are watching now in the morning? 10,003? Yeah, there's lots of people watching all over the world, but I want to thank you all for sending your little questions. They're not little, they're big, but they're very, very helpful, and we are so grateful to be able to do this. It's the first time I've ever done this.
Yeah.
And,
fun. It was
yes,
fun.
And we want
Yeah.
to thank you, and we have one more question, and what's the question?
Do either of you have a favourite epic long song, like something over 15 minutes? Is there a particular one that stands out as being your favourite? Because obviously the new album.
You mean ever in time, or
Yeah, ever.
In time.
in his sort of mind?
In
Well,
any song.
Mine's the White Album by the Beatles, side 2. It's 20 minutes of incredible song. She came in through the bathroom window. It starts off with Here Comes the Sun.
Ah, that's Abbey Road, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, but the White Album is great too. And
There goes my whole thing.
Yeah, no. Sorry about that.
And in the end,
And in the end, yeah,
the
yeah,
love you take
yeah, that's
is
wonderful.
equal to the orchestra. Well, George Martin. Thank you, George.
Yeah, that's
Me.
that's fantastic.
What's yours?
What
What was the question?
what was the question? Well, I think that's a great choice. I don't know. There's so much.
Okay, well, should we?
Well, we gotta go now because we gotta go.
Gotta go.
But it's been very nice talking to you and talking a lot of gibberish. And thank you for all your questions. We were up to 11,000 people watching this all around London. It's a lot of people. In London.
That's London.
We got to do this around the world one day. Or we just
Yeah,
a Ukrainian guy. That's good.
Yeah.
Well done, Ukraine. Hang in there. Everything will be okay. All is good. Blessings. Take care. Love you. I'm going to turn it off. Turn it off. There.
No. It's gone.
It's gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you put it up on Facebook? Because you can use the video.
So how does it work? I mean, this is happening now and then it's gone, or it can
No, that's the thing.
people can go back and watch it.
Because you have to do something now.